Hi, and welcome again to Revero.health. And I am Brooke, a coach here, and I'm very happy to introduce you to a man, William Fu. Hello, William.
Hi.
And he has taken the time to share with us his experience on his carnivore diet. How are you, William? And thank you again for taking the time to share with us.
Yeah. Thank you for the opportunity. I think this is a great honor to be on your platform to share the good thing about this life. I also take this opportunity to thank those people that helped me to transiting from my previous way of eating to currently carnivore diet. Some of the names that I should mention, which is those are very famous influencer like ShawnBaker, Paul Saritoni and Saritono, and some of the personal friends of mine. As a promise to them, I will pay forward. I will do anything to share this knowledge of mine so I can help other people. How should I go about it? Should I tell you my past?
Yeah, well, I also wanted to tell people that William is speaking today from Malaysia. So
yes.
That's all the more welcome. Why don't we start off with, I think at one point you were a vegetarian, yes. And then your diet has changed over the years. But maybe I'd like to know what some of the situations that you were dealing with, your own health situations before you embarked on a carnivore diet.
Before that, I want to explain a little bit about the uniqueness about Asian people.
Okay.
Asian people are carb addicted. You know, we eat carb all the time, and we believe strongly about carb. If you ever visited Asia, countries like Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, or even Taiwan, everywhere you go is about frying dough or some kind of noodle and whatnot.
Yes.
So being a carnivore in Malaysia, I'm the very rare species. So rare that people think that I'm crazy, you know, I didn't know what I'm doing. This is the general perception about the people in Asia. So carnivore diet is something that very weird. I have, in the past, I have a standard diet, very close to standard American diet. Actually, Asian diet is very close to standard American diet. We eat a lot of carb, and because of the religion-wise, I was a Buddhist. Of course, now I have no religion. When I was a Buddhist, I tend to shift towards not killing, not eating meat because of the moral standing of that religion. I was a vegetarian for some time during the downturn of my career life, so I switched back to religion, hopefully it will help me. So I turned into vegetarian. And that caused a lot of follow-up illness that I have. One of that, which is very bad, is IBS. I have irritable bowel syndrome. I was so bad that every time that I step out from my house, I force myself to poo. That means I force myself to go to the toilet to pass everything before I leave home. Because I was having this phobia that I will not.
Well, excuse me, how long did you suffer with IBS? How long?
Probably 5 years.
5 years. Mm-hmm.
Yes, it was bad that I thought there is something wrong with me. I asked around. Actually, many of the friends that I knew have some sort of this kind of illness, either severe or not severe. Then I developed pre-diabetic. Pre-diabetic, I didn't know that I got pre-diabetic. I don't even know what's the meaning of pre-diabetic. I only know you got diabetic or not diabetic. There's no such thing called pre-diabetic. But the pre-diabetic was really bad. I will usually have hunger strike. That means if I feel that I need to eat, I'll just stop everything I eat. If I can't put food into my mouth, I can't function. I can't think, I can't work, I will be very agitated. So I got that. I went to see the doctor. He never gave me any pill. I remember my blood glucose was shooting about 7, 8, 9, but he didn't give me any pill. He didn't even tell me this pre-diabetic, you know. So I lived with it for quite some time. I have a lot of bad skin, a lot of rashes on my arm, on my back, my leg. I have numbness on my hand and my leg at that time. So something changed in. Oh, yes, please.
I was going to say, with the skin disorders, was that the same time as you were suffering with IBS?
Yes, before I become a vegetarian, actually, before I was a vegetarian, I didn't have that kind of stuff, you know. So many of the Asians say, your blood is not clean. You have toxic blood, so you have to eat this kind of herbs and whatnot. And not knowing anything, of course, I would not argue with my mom. If you say, you have to eat this kind of Chinese herb and whatnot, you continue eating it. But it didn't get any better, it only get worse. Then you say, it's worse, you have to take time, you have to take more. So it doesn't help. It doesn't help. I gained a lot of weight. I was quite active guy. I do a lot of outdoor sport. I was a hiker, a runner, cyclist. But funny thing is that I didn't gain a lot of weight during my vegetarian time. I was actually skinny. By that time, being skinny was a representation that you are healthy and fit. But I wasn't. I was weak. Physically, I might look fit, but internally, I'm weak. So I'm not strong.
When you were a vegetarian, were you a vegan or vegetarian? Did you eat eggs?
In Asia, there's not so much of vegan. The Chinese society, when they talk about vegetarian, some of them still eat egg. I do. I eat egg. That's about it. I only eat egg. The rest of stuff, no. We drink milk. We can have butter. So vegan is not that popular in Asian country, not that popular. Only other Western countries talk about vegan.
Very good. At least you were having eggs and milk.
No, I like this because then we can exchange some culture. Because I do have many friends. I do coach some people in the state. From here, I coach them. So the differential of food, like you might see it on my post in Carnivore Tribe. The food that I prepare are carnivore, but it's very different recipe compared to the Western country. So I do have some friends over there that learn from me on what kind of recipe you can do, other than just roast, grill, and pan fried. We do have something else. So after I got married in 2011, then I still live a life that is not very healthy, and I started involving myself into very heavy workload, and I gained a lot of weight. I gained maximum weight to 102 on a height of 178. 102 kilogram is not a big weight in the Western country. I mean, I might even consider small, but in Asia, 102 kg is huge. At my height of 5 feet 10, that means about 178 cm. In 2017, in 2016, both myself and my wife blessed with a daughter. I was 49 years old when I got my first child, my only daughter, in 2016. That turned my life because my wife told me something. Now you have to turn your life around, because my wife already started keto. She was studying keto and asked me, what is keto? Why do we do that? But this is something she told me. She said, you are now 49. How are you going to assure yourself to live another 20 years to see your daughter graduate? So I give it a try. So in November 2017, me joining my wife to embark into ketogenic diet.
So a ketogenic diet. So what did that look like? What was the typical day for you with the ketogenic diet?
At first, it was hard. I had to admit I do a lot of cheat day. Most of the day I will just sneak myself something to eat. Or I will lie to my wife that I didn't eat it, but actually I was eating outside. Whatever thing I want to eat. It's normal. It's normal. This is a struggle. I always tell people don't feel bad about it. Everybody that even today, when you're in carnivore, before that you still struggle. You also struggle to pass the hurdle. So a typical day will be not eating any carb. We don't eat rice anymore. As Chinese, we eat rice most of the time, noodle, what have you. We don't eat so much of bread, but like rice is a staple. You have to eat on every meal. So I cut off rice. But surprisingly, within a month time, in 30 days, I lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
I was very happy about that. The health condition didn't revert that much, but I lost a lot of weight. As soon on the 60th day, something changed that I'm really happy. I'm able to hold myself in the toilet. That never happened to me before for a long period of time. Some of them will say, oh, because your stool is become harder because true, it's true. The stool become harder, it's easier to control. So I stopped it. Even though it was a little bit frustrated, but I'm very happy. You know, a person that have IBS syndrome and suddenly you are able to control it's like a miracle.
Yeah.
So I continued from there. I lost a lot of weight. I lost about 30 kilo. From 102, I dropped down to 68 kg.
Wow, big changes.
I lost a lot, changed a lot because at that time I was so into it, you know, to losing weight. The only motto for me is to lose weight, not so much about knowing the nutrition and health.
Yeah.
Then the more I go into it, the more I learn something else. That means the ketogenic diet, the next level will be carnivore. I think, why do people skip all the green? I learn more. Now it's no longer keeping the weight. It's more on nutrient focus. What kind of nutrient do you put in your body?
Yes, absolutely. And getting strong.
Yes, very strong. And what nutrient do I need to focus on? How do I get my inflammation index? That was the time that I learned something called inflammation index, CRP. What is that? Then also the time that I learned about CAC score. That wasn't popular in Malaysia on CAC score. I had to flew down to Singapore together with my wife to do a CAC score. My CAC score was 0.
Uh-huh.
0. I didn't know what's in the past, but I was 0. I was very happy that I got
Very good.
a 0. Yes, yes.
I think that's
And give
Sean's
me-
score. I think
No,
that's Sean is 0 too.
yeah, 0.
Yeah.
So the thing for me is that I did nothing wrong. Whatever I'm doing is correct. Of course, my cholesterol is skyrocketing, you know, hitting the roof. My doctor, I will tell you a little bit about my doctor later on. My doctor was, couldn't believe it. It was such a high cholesterol. Why is my triglyceride so low?
Yeah.
Yes. Then my HbA1c had dropped down to so low. My CRP was only 0.2 marker. My fasted insulin is always below 4. So he couldn't believe it. He did another test for me free of charge.
You explained to him though why, right?
Of course, he would not believe me. But do you know the funny thing is, when I show him my CAC score, my doctor became my student. I coach him.
Very, very nice.
So he became a ketogenic practitioner. But because his family is
Very
very
good doctor.
yeah, we become good friends. So because his family vegetarian, so he couldn't do a full-blown carnivore.
Yes.
Out of respect with the family, he still stay with the parents, so that's out of respect, you know. So I fully understood. But he improved his own health a lot.
Yes.
So after I did all this, throughout some assistance from some friend, I promised them I will pay forward. So from there, I start to train people. I start to coach people.
Coaching.
Well,
yes. Before you tell me that, will you share with us what a typical day of eating for you was then?
When as a carnivore?
Correct. Yes.
As a carnivore, my eating habit is very simple. I wake up like this morning. I wake up in the morning. I make egg, bacon or cod liver for my daughter and myself. My daughter, by the way, is carnivore as well. She's 5 years old. She start eating ketogenic and become ketovore, very heavy into meat since 18 months. Now she's 5.5 years old now.
Does she have fruit with that?
She have fruit maybe once or twice a week.
Uh-huh.
So we allow her to eat all this not because it's good or bad, because she's so young, she need to experience and all kind of taste. And
Yeah.
we are super confident of her physical ability, no issue at all.
And children have a very fast metabolism.
Yes, and also it is not fair for me to restrict her from the taste. She can eat, but as long as she eat at home, she eat exactly like what we eat.
Yeah.
She will have some milk.
Okay,
Yes.
so milk and bacon and eggs in the morning, it sounds like you had for breakfast.
Yes, yes.
Did you say calf liver?
Cod liver.
Cod liver, the fish. Okay.
Yeah, we don't eat fish oil because you do not know how long have they stored, you know. So we just have cod. But when I started the time, I add a lot of cod liver capsule, you know.
Yeah.
It's a learning process, you know, it's a learning process. You learn.
I don't do that now, but I have
Of course,
definitely done fish oil in the past. No
yes,
more.
yes, same.
No
Yeah,
more.
no more, no more. No more. So I also used to eat a lot of processed collagen. I thought it was good, something good. No more. I make my own collagen. I practically eat all wholesome food. I do take some supplement, not because I want to, but I need it because I'm a thalassemia carrier. So as a thalassemia carrier, I have a deficiency on certain enzyme in my body that I still take. I take folic acid because of my thalassemia. I do take vitamin C because of the pandemic. You know, vitamin D. If sometimes I don't get enough sun, I do take some melatonin because of they can help to lower down my inflammation during this pandemic. Other than that, I do not take any supplement.
Does the melatonin lower your inflammation?
Actually, I don't know. The reason why I don't know, because my inflammation index is already the lowest, 0.2.
Oh. I mean, some people take it for sleeping, but yeah, it's
okay.
you know, it's up for debate, you know. Some people love it. Some people
I don't
love
have
it.
actually before I take melatonin, I don't have any issue of sleeping as well. I don't have.
Very good.
I sleep quite well.
So you have breakfast. Do you have lunch or do you have dinner? Or
I have lunch. I have lunch. Lunch usually is just meat. Either we have in Asia we have something that in America you don't have that very often. It's called shabu shabu. That means you have sliced meat and put in water.
Yeah, nice.
We love that.
We have it in a few select restaurants have it.
Yes.
That's very nice. It's very easy and simple.
Easy.
Yeah.
Asian, we love it because it's easy to prepare.
Yeah.
Or I will have barbecue, Korean barbecue. So I have. It's easy. It's very easy. This is something that people always think, oh, carnivore diet will cost you a lot of money. I said, no. No, it's actually not. No. Now I eat 2 meals. I have breakfast. Usually I only eat 1 meal a day. I have breakfast because I'm in the process of recovery. I was hit by a car in May.
Sorry.
Yes, I was cycling. I was hit by a car, so I have very bad nerve and muscle damage.
Oh, that's terrible. Was it your shoulder?
My whole arm.
Oh.
Arm and my leg. At that time, the doctor told my wife that I will be a wheelchair for the next year.
Oh no, yeah.
But I walked back to the hospital to see him in 3 weeks. He was totally shocked.
Yes.
He said, how can you walk? Of course, I have assistance, but I can walk and stand and walk.
The carnivore diet is so great for recovery, for things. Recovery.
But nobody believe it. Even the doctor don't believe it. So he give me some pill to take. I asked him, what is it? What is the pill? So he give me the name. On the spot, I Googled the name of the pill. It's all complex B12. I told him I don't need to take this pill. I'm a carnivore diet. He don't even understand the term carnivore diet. He thought like animal, no? I said, no, I just eat meat. So I eat meat. All the meat contain all the B complex or B12 or B6, 1, 3, 6, everything I want is there. I don't need to take your pill.
So do you usually eat beef?
Yes, beef.
And you do you eat organs, liver and heart?
I love organ, liver. I eat all kind of meat. So some of the differential between Asian and Western countries such. For Westerner to eat organ is very difficult, but for Asian it's not. We grow up with organ.
Yeah.
We eat organ all the time, so it's not a hassle for us.
So do you make soups? Do you make a lot of soup?
Yes, I make soup. I make soup all the time. I don't make normal soup. So once a week, I will make a big tub of collagen. So the collagen soup I make is that when I boil the bone soup with tendon, beef tendon, pork tendon, chicken feet, and whatnot. First part, I will just eat all the meat. The soup we don't drink. We keep it overnight. So when it hardens, we scrape the top of oil, then become our own oil that we use for cooking.
Yeah.
Usually the jelly, the collagen jelly, we don't finish. We always leave half. So you reboil it all the time. So I have a tub of collagen jelly in my fridge any one time. So anytime that I want to have soup, I just scoop one and make soup myself.
Yeah. Do you use aromatics like kefir lime and lemongrass? All those
No,
kinds of things?
my soup is only purely salt.
Salt. Okay, good.
Only
So
salt. My wife do take pepper. I have no pepper, no garlic. I only use salt most of the time.
Yeah.
Or sometimes if she want to cook something to share that I have no choice, I will eat some like if she want to fry some minced beef with basil, then I will eat it.
Yes.
No big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. And so
Yes.
you fry it in tallow, sounds like.
Yes, hello.
And that is a huge difference in Asia, in Malaysia too, because you're not eating all those. I mean, everywhere at any restaurants, they're just using terrible oils. But at one point, they probably, I think that they probably used coconut oil and palm oil in Malaysia at one point.
And it's very common, and most of the people that I coach, they use these two oil, coconut oil and palm oil. I do understand because not many people, the people still have that kind of phobia. I'm sure in the US it's the same. They have phobia, so I can't eat animal fat, saturated fat is bad for me. So they still have this kind of phobia. But it's a better if they can't take animal fat, but if they can take coconut oil or palm oil, it's much better than they taking seed oil.
Absolutely, it's saturated.
So I'm fine with it. Yeah, I'm fine with it. So because of this pandemic, I can't host any meal. Sometime before the pandemic, I do host a meal at my home for people that I newly coach. So they come.
Very nice. So you have people come over and you share a meal.
Yeah, share a meal and I tell them this is what I eat.
That's
so
great.
some of them when they eat it, they say, yeah, there's no difference. I say it smells much better. The food is not as oily as you think. Oily or not, it's how much oil you put inside. If you love that, if you don't like the oil, you put lesser, no issue.
Yes. Yeah. You can go with how you're feeling. Do you use you said you drank milk before. Do you get to allow yourself to use milk or?
Yes, I don't drink milk. I drink whipping cream. When I have a meeting outside. If I have a meeting outside with a customer or friend, I might have either Americano or latte, depending on the day.
Yeah, you have coffee.
Yeah. But I'm not too worried about it because as soon as the body is fully fat, there is no issue. No. Yeah, you can recover it. No issue. So this is like I told you how other people say I lose weight. For me, I gain my youth.
You what?
I regain my youth. I always tell people,
yes,
you can't extend the time. Yes, you can. You cannot extend your time, but you can regain your youth by bringing your body back to the normal stage. So many people say, you look younger. I always tell them, I don't look younger. I look my age. You look older because you exerted your health. So you look beyond your age. I look at my age. So I didn't look younger. But my metabolic age is much younger. Like I'm 54 years old. Today, my metabolic age is 39. Not only the number, physically, I do feel much better, stronger. Before my accident, I still can cycle 30 kilometers a day, run 5 km. I can never imagine myself doing that when I was fat. It's impossible.
Yeah. And how's your wife? Is she still
My
enjoying?
wife is excellent. My wife, because she started ketogenic diet maybe 2 months before me, she was quite heavy. Now she is below 60.
Very good.
She's not skinny. She's not skinny. I don't think people should be skinny. She's strong.
Nice.
Strong. The term is strong. I always tell people, being
Yeah.
sexy as a woman is not skinny.
No,
You have to
it's
be
all
strong.
about strong. It's all
Yes.
about that.
How good is your muscle tone? How fit are you?
Especially
can
as
you
you go,
carry yourself?
especially as we get older, it's all
Yes.
about strong. Yeah.
Yes, my wife is, she have recovered most of the female hormone illness. She got everything, lost hair, not, I shouldn't say much about that because she, yes, correct.
Right.
Yes.
You shouldn't.
But yes, yes. But she regained her health. She regained her physique. The other thing that I'm really happy about, and she becomes strong.
Yeah.
She's not skinny, she's strong. My daughter, at her age of 5.5, she is stronger compared to most of her friends older than her.
Yeah, that's
The other
awesome.
thing with the kids, some of the kids that I saw, they're emotionally very hard to control. But my daughter is very calm. She's very calm. And some people say, oh, maybe the character is not. I can notice she's very calm. If I tell her something, she can sit down and she can think rationally. She do not have bursts of emotion compared to the rest of her friends.
So do her friends come over and join you for dinner?
Very difficult, because I have people actually told me this, you deprive your daughter from a normal childhood. So what can I say? What is a normal childhood?
Well, it sounds like you allow her to have fruit and things that she
Yeah,
wants.
I do. But I don't encourage her. If she asks, as a father, if she tell me she wants some fruits, she never specifically say what kind of fruit she wants. It's all depending on me what I buy for her. Mostly the fruit she eat is blueberry, blackberry, strawberry, some mango if I can find them. She eats some tropical fruits if I can find. I don't buy the whole bunch. Sometimes they have those that cut loose,
Yes, because Malaysia has some beautiful tropical fruit.
Yes, of course. It's a tropical fruit heaven. So I do not know whether you heard of a fruit called durian. Have you heard of it?
Yes, I love durian.
Oh, really?
It's such an exotic. It's like in Sweden. There's something called surströmming, which is like a very horrible smelling fermented fish, but it's delicious to the taste. And so durian is the horrible smell, but delicious to the taste.
Yes.
Sweet, but yeah, you know what I mean. So it's a special dichotomy.
Yes. I have not eaten durian for almost 4 years now.
Yeah.
It was my favorite fruit.
It was
not that I can't eat it, but this is why I keep on telling people, other people say, oh, you restrict yourself. I say, no, I have no more craving.
Yeah.
The craving just stopped. It doesn't interest me anymore to eat or not eat.
Yeah.
It doesn't interest me. But what do I crave for every day? When can I get the best cut of beef?
And what are beef prices like for you in Malaysia?
In terms of what? In terms of the beef?
Yeah, beef.
It's cheaper than US. This is the funny part.
Because it's really gone up. It's gone up here.
Mm-hmm. No, neither. The difference that is, in Asia, people will perceive as grass-fed cheap cow. So everybody want to eat Wagyu.
I see.
So when the Australian, we import the grass-fed from Australia, so the price of grass-fed is actually quite reasonably cheap. I just bought a fully grass-fed chill. Probably I'm paying about $25 US per kilo. Chill.
For steak.
Yes, for a ribeye.
Yeah, for ribeye. So you're paying about $12 a pound.
Yes, around there.
Yeah.
So
decent.
Yeah, Wagyu is much more expensive here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of Wagyu anyway. I mean, it's great.
I'm not.
I don't need, and I don't even think it, I think it actually has more polyunsaturated fats in it.
Yes, exactly. But if somebody pay for it, when I go for
Oh,
a
sure.
dinner,
Sure. Absolutely. I won't turn it down.
yeah, I will tell it out. It actually tastes much better, but it's not something that we eat all the time.
Yeah.
If I eat at home, if I get very good price, okay, I don't mind because
Yeah.
it tastes fantastic when you barbecue it. That's the only
Still-
good thing about barbecue when you. But normally at home, I eat grass fed.
Very good.
I only eat grass fed. But I have no problem eating pork. Many Westerners have. I don't have because we grow up eating pork. So our DNA and
Yeah, there's a lot of pork in Malaysia, right?
yes.
Yeah.
In Asia as well. So I eat a lot of chicken as well. So not a big issue for us, but I think we still can find we call them grain-free chicken. That means the chicken do not eat grain. The
Pasture
chicken,
Mhm.
not only pasture, the feeding is all vegetable, coconut husk,
Uh-huh.
some fruits, but they do not eat grain. There's no grain. They don't feed the chicken grain.
What protein do they give the chicken? Coconut?
Okay. Now, only yesterday I found out, because I keep on asking, you're not gonna tell me. Only yesterday I found out. They give them, prawn shell, the
Corn
shell
shell.
of the prawn, and they
Oh,
collect
prawn
up.
shell. Uh-huh.
They grind them, and they
Uh-huh.
feed it to the chicken. I say, why? To make the yolk look red.
Yeah.
I say, okay, that's fine. That's good.
Is that atafaxin or something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So they want to sell the chicken egg that is look really red in the yolk color. This is how they make the yolk look red. So they feed them prawn shell. Interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is interesting. I mean, that makes perfect sense that they would feed them shell.
Yeah.
I mean, why not prawn shell?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just wondering what else is in their feed. You said coconut hull and
The coconut husk, they feed a lot of lotus root,
oh, lotus root.
Yes, the lotus root. They chop them up.
Uh-huh.
Vegetable. They chop a lot of green and vegetable
Do
to
they?
feed the chicken.
I wonder if do they let them out to get bugs?
Yeah. I actually went to the farm myself. The chicken that I eat, actually, I buy from the farm. I do not buy any chicken from the supermarket. I actually go to the farm. Of course, I don't need to go there to pick up anymore. I already know him for some time, so he will send to me.
Yeah, that sounds like good chicken.
Good chicken, but expensive chicken. So, but my cat will eat normal chicken. My cat is also a carnivore, a raw meat carnivore. So we feed him normal chicken.
Yeah, cats are anyway, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Well,
But,
it sounds like things are I'm so glad you're coaching, and it sounds like things are working out really well. And I'm really happy that you were able to turn that IBS around. I think IBS is it's common, and I think it's actually dangerous. IBS and I know how hard it is for people in the life.
especially those event that you don't want to talk about. It happens,
Yeah.
What can you do?
Yeah, no, I think it's really hard, and I think, and it's just so relevant to our health. What we're actually able to digest is such a huge thing. So good for you on that.
Yeah, I hope the society, this community, that can help to bring more people into this way of eating. But it's a struggle. It's an uphill struggle.
It's
Uphill
getting to
battle.
be, I think, even more of an uphill struggle now with the powers that be wanting to push veganism on the whole world. So.
For the whole world. But I don't think they will be successful in Asian. Asian people love meat.
They do, yes, absolutely.
They love meat and they love carb, and that's why they have such a bad health status. A lot of people are obese here because they eat everything. They eat the high sugar drink,
Yeah, and also
meat, fat, everything.
I think the cooking oils. It's also I think it's the cooking oils is such a big deal because they used to use other cooking oils, lard and coconut oil and palm oil, and that's just so much better than that crappy oil that now every restaurant.
Most popular is groundnut peanut oil.
Yeah,
Like if I tell my mom to use lard oil, she'll say first it's not healthy, second it's cheap oil.
Yeah,
To
peanut
her,
oil, cheap oil.
cheap oil, and she perceives it's dirty oil. Oil that's dirty.
What does she think is cheap oil?
Because you don't have to pay money for it.
Oh, you mean tallow?
Yeah, tallow. No. We for her, because she don't eat beef, so she eat lard
Yeah, she uses lard.
oil.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they perceive the pork, the oil is dirty, the intestine is dirty. But you know, they think that we shouldn't eat all these animal fat. But
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what,
can't blame them. You know, they've been educated in such. You know.
I mean, that's what we were told.
Yeah, the last session that I want to bring forward, I almost forgot. This is very important. This is what my wife told me to say. You know why I always tell people, and this is the needle that actually poke into the heart. I change because I do not want to pass my bad habit to my child.
Yes.
If we don't change and we pass the bad habit to our child, we're not giving them life. We're destroying them. So we have to live by example. We change first. So they follow us. So they can have a better and healthy life. If we already know it's no good, why should we teach them the bad?
Absolutely.
That is what my wife told me to pass the
They
message.
should be standing on our shoulders.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. We have to lead. As a parent, we have to live a good, healthy life so they can see and follow.
Yeah. So, and sometimes it's even easier to do for your children what you
Very easy.
do for yourself.
Kids have no preference. Many people ask me, do you give your kids any seasoning? I say, kids don't need seasoning. Only we need seasoning.
Yeah.
My daughter eat any kind of food without seasoning because she don't need it. She don't think she needs the seasoning.
Yeah.
So if you give her, if you give her an ice cream, a real ice cream, or a popsicle made from kefir, she don't see any difference. To her, it's still a dessert, a snack, or a surprise. Whether sweet or not sweet, doesn't matter to her.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Does she like durian?
She only eat once.
Yeah.
She don't really have this kind of preference. I must have this or no. She never. She don't have that. She will not tell me I want ice cream or I want biscuit. Whatever food we give to her, she eat. If she go out, if somebody else give her some food, she will ask us first, can I eat this? We usually say yes, because we don't want her to feel that, you know, to reject other people offer. But after she eat or whatever, then we explain to her, this is good, no good, or whatever. But sometimes she will piss off somebody. She will ask, there's sugar inside. So other people don't like it, you know, because they feed their own kid with all this crap, and my daughter doesn't know I don't eat sugar, you know, so they make them feel uncomfortable. After that, we taught her not to ask anymore. Just come back and ask whether they can eat.
Very
It
good.
happens so many times, yes.
Because you have to teach her everything.
I
mean, we have to teach our children everything, including.
We have to. That is the most important gift to them, to teach self-care.
Yeah.
To care for themselves, which my parents never teach me, because they didn't know any better.
When we know better, we do better.
Yes, correct. Exactly. If we know better, then we have to teach the right. Yeah, well, it's a very good chat with you. You know, it's much better than I expected.
Oh, nice. Well, it's really nice to speak with you about this and to see, hear about your success and to see that you're coaching other people and sharing it with other people. That's awesome.
I have coached maybe more than 50 people. Successful rate is very low. Maybe about 5 to 10 people that success. The rest of them, they try for a while, they go back to their bad habit. Not because they don't want to live healthy, but because they cannot succumb to the peer pressure of family commitment. They go back because of that, most of them.
Well, you know, even when someone is introduced to new ideas, even if they leave those ideas for a while, those ideas have made an impression on them. So
I hope so.
Yeah, I think so.
But I do save a few souls, which I'm very happy about. I help save one that have a chronic kidney disease, stop medication. I help many on diabetic that stop medication. So those are the reward. Those are the real reward to be able to help others.
Well, very good. I want to thank you again.
Yes.
And I think that a lot of people will get a lot of enjoyment out of this.
Oh, hopefully, especially for the Asian people that always they have this taboo about eating fat is bad for you.
Very good.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, William. So
Thank you.
Carney on.
Yes.
Join Revero.health for a 30-day free trial to get access to live Q&A with VIP guests, social community meetings, member discounts, low-carb healthcare providers list, forum, workouts, monthly challenges, early access to podcasts, recipes, carnivore diet guide, fasting guide, shred guide, and much more.